Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Just Chat English podcast. I am Ashley, and I am really happy you are here with us today.
And I am Jack. Hi, everyone. Good to have you back for another episode.
This podcast is for English beginners. We speak slowly, and we use simple words so you can follow along easily.
And if you do not understand everything, that is completely fine. Just rewind and listen again. Every time you listen, you understand a little more.
Okay, Jack. Today, we talk about something that affects absolutely everything in your life. Sleep.
Oh, yes, sleep. I have a complicated relationship with sleep, honestly.
Tell me more. Are you a good sleeper or a bad sleeper?
I go through phases. Sometimes I sleep really well, and I wake up feeling great. And then other times, I lie in bed for hours, and my brain just will not stop.
That is the worst feeling. You are tired, your body wants to sleep, but your mind has other plans. Exactly. It just keeps going. Thinking about work, thinking about things I said 3 years ago, thinking about what I need to do tomorrow. Oh yes, 3 in the morning is apparently the perfect time to remember every embarrassing thing you have ever done.
Every single one, in full detail.
And the next day, you wake up feeling completely exhausted. And exhausted means you are very, very tired. Not just a little tired, but deeply, heavily tired.
Yes, exhausted is more than just tired. It is that feeling where even moving feels like hard work, where your whole body feels heavy.
I had a period last year where I was sleeping badly for weeks, and I was so exhausted every single day. It affected everything. My mood, my concentration, my patience.
Yes, bad sleep makes everything harder. Small problems feel huge. You get frustrated more easily. You cannot think clearly.
And I think a lot of people live in that state without even realizing it. They have forgotten what it feels like to be properly rested.
That is so true. They think feeling tired all the time is just normal, but it is not normal. Your body is trying to tell you something.
So today, we share some real tips, things that actually helped us personally, not just things we read somewhere.
Yes, real things from real experience. Some might work for you and some might not, but they are worth trying.
Okay, Jack. What is your number one tip for better sleep?
My number one tip is to wind down before bed. And wind down means to slowly relax and prepare your body and mind for sleep, like you are gradually turning down the volume on the day.
And the key word there is gradually. You cannot go from full speed to sleep in 5 minutes. Your body needs time to transition.
Yes, a lot of people are working or on their phones right up until the moment they close their eyes, and then they wonder why they cannot sleep.
Your brain is still running at full speed. You have not given it any signal that it is time to slow down.
So I have about 30 minutes before bed where I do the same things every night. I make a cup of herbal tea, I read a few pages of a book, I put my phone in another room.
The phone in another room is such an important one because even if you are not using it, knowing it is there makes part of your brain stay alert.
Yes, and the blue light from screens tells your brain it is daytime, so your body does not produce the hormones it needs to feel sleepy.
I stopped using my phone for the last hour before bed, and it made a really noticeable difference quite quickly. It is hard at first because you feel like you are missing something, But after a few days, you realize there is nothing important happening at 11 at night that cannot wait until morning. Nothing that important, no.
What is your number one tip, Ashley?
Mine is about the quality of sleep rather than the quantity. And quality means how good something is, not how much of it there is.
So it is not just about how many hours you sleep, but how deep and restful those hours are.
Exactly. You can sleep 8 hours and wake up feeling terrible if the quality was poor, or you can sleep 6 hours of really deep, good sleep and feel much better.
And what affects the quality?
So many things. The temperature of your room, whether it is dark enough, whether it is quiet, what you ate and drank before bed.
I read somewhere that your room being slightly cool is actually better for sleep than being warm because your body temperature naturally drops when you sleep.
Yes, and a really dark room makes a big difference too. Even small amounts of light can disturb your sleep without you realizing it.
I got blackout curtains last year, and honestly, it changed my sleep completely. I sleep so much deeper now.
Blackout curtains are such a good investment. One of the best things I ever bought for my bedroom.
Okay, everyone, quick break here. If you are enjoying this podcast, please like this video and subscribe to Just Chat English Podcast. It really helps other people find us, and it means a lot to us.
And remember, if anything was unclear, just go back and listen again. No rush. We speak slowly for you.
Okay, so we talked about winding down and sleep quality. What about when you are in bed and you just feel restless?
Yes, restless is that feeling when you cannot relax. Your body keeps moving. You turn from one side to the other. Your mind will not be quiet.
I get restless when I have a lot on my mind. When I am stressed or worried about something, my body just cannot settle. And the more you try to force yourself to sleep when you feel restless, the worse it gets, because then you start stressing about not sleeping. Yes, you lie there thinking, I need to sleep. Why am I not sleeping? It is already 2 a.m. I will be so tired tomorrow.
And that thinking keeps you more awake. It becomes a cycle.
So what do you do when you feel restless?
I get up. I go to another room. I sit quietly for 15 minutes, maybe read something boring, and then I go back to bed.
That actually works, because lying in bed frustrated trains your brain to associate your bed with frustration. But if you get up and come back when you feel calmer, your brain starts to associate the bed with sleep again.
Exactly. Your bed should only be for sleep, not for scrolling, not for watching things, not for lying awake worrying. I also find that writing things down before bed helps with restlessness. If my head is full of things I need to do tomorrow, I write them all down on paper.
And then your brain can let them go because they are safe on paper. You do not have to hold them in your head anymore.
Yes, it is like emptying your brain before you try to switch it off.
That is such a good way to put it. You empty it out, so there is less running in the background.
And the other thing that makes a huge difference is consistency. Going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends.
That is a hard one for a lot of people, because on weekends you want to stay up late and sleep in.
Yes, and that actually makes Monday morning much harder, because you have shifted your internal clock over the weekend, and then Monday comes and it feels like jet lag.
Social jet lag. I have heard it called that, and it is a real thing.
Yes, your body loves consistency. It wants to know what to expect, and when you give it a regular schedule, it starts to prepare for sleep at the right time, naturally.
Your body actually starts to feel sleepy before your usual bedtime because it knows what is coming.
Which makes falling asleep so much easier.
And waking up. Have you ever woken up just before your alarm because your body knew it was time?
Yes, that is such a good feeling. Waking up naturally and feeling ready, not that horrible groggy feeling.
Yes, groggy is that heavy, slow feeling when you wake up and your brain is not working yet. You feel confused and slow, and you just want to go back to sleep.
I feel groggy when I sleep too long, actually, which surprised me. I thought more sleep always meant feeling better.
Yes, that is a common misunderstanding. Sleeping too much can make you feel just as bad as sleeping too little.
Your body has sleep cycles, and if you wake up in the middle of a deep sleep cycle, you feel terrible. But if you wake up at the end of a cycle, you feel fine, even if you slept fewer hours.
Which is why sometimes 6.5 hours feels better than 8 hours. It depends on where in your sleep cycle you wake up.
There are apps now that try to track your sleep cycles and wake you up at the right moment. I tried one, and it actually made a difference.
Yes, I use one too. On mornings when it wakes me up at the right time, I feel so much more awake and ready. Okay, let's do a quick recap of the words from today.
So we used exhausted, which means very, very tired. Deeply tired. And we talked about how bad sleep makes everything in your life harder.
Then wind down, to slowly relax and prepare for sleep. And the idea of having a 30-minute routine before bed that signals to your brain that the day is ending.
Then quality. How good something is, not how much of it there is. And how the quality of your sleep matters as much as the number of hours.
Then, restless. You cannot relax, and your mind will not stop. And tips like getting up and writing things down to empty your brain before bed.
And finally, groggy. That heavy, slow feeling when you wake up, not ready. And how consistency in your sleep schedule helps you wake up feeling much better.
Write in the comments, are you a good sleeper or a bad sleeper? And what is your best tip for a good night of sleep? Tell us in English. We read every comment.
And if you have a friend who always complains about being tired, send them this episode. It might help.
If you liked this episode, please like this video and subscribe to Just Chat English Podcast. It really helps us reach more people.
Thank you so much for listening. See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye-bye. See you soon.